It's your man Jay Graves Report, and welcome to the 2015 college football season. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Hey, typically what we do, let me break it down for all the cats that's not familiar with the Jay Graves Report college football previews. It's off the chain, off the charts. If you want to laugh, you want to have a good time, hang out with your boy. If you want the whole corporate previews and recaps, go hang out with them other cats, because this ain't for you. Now, this is what we're going to do with this one. This is the 2015 college football top 10 preview. What I'm going to do here is look at the top 10 teams in college football that the AP poll put out and tell you whether it makes sense or don't make sense. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep it real. Then what we do, every Thursday, I break out the college football weekly preview. I preview the top 5 ball games of the week. And then on Monday, I come back and give you a recap of those same top 5 ball games, unless it's some more foolishness goes on during the weekend. Now, let's break it down. We're going to start with the top 10 teams in college football that the AP says is the top 10. Some of these just be coming up with some stuff, but I'm going to tell you what's real. Now, we got number 10, Florida State. Now, Florida State comes off of a 13-1 season. They made it to the college football playoff. They were the ACC champs. Here's the problem. Florida State loses Famous Jameis. Now, I know a lot of boys wanted Famous Jameis out the building because of the distractions, etc. But here's the problem Florida State runs into, being the number 10 team in the country. Everybody and their mama's mama knows that college football is predicated on the quarterback position. You got to have a quarterback. Now, they don't have a quarterback right now. Right now, we're looking at, you lost Jameis Winston, who only lost 1 game in his entire career at Florida State as the starter. That's kind of hard to come back and duplicate. That's hard to replace. Now, here's the replacement. Everett Golson. That's the dude that came from Notre Dame, who was a turnover machine at Notre Dame. That done bathed in peanut butter and that done bathed in baby oil. I mean, he turned the ball over so much at Notre Dame, it's ridiculous. If he goes down to the ACC, turn the ball over like that, it's going to be a problem for Florida State. Now, Florida State has my man Dalvin Cook back. You know, they acquitted him on the battery charges and hitting the girl, etc. He got acquitted, so he's back. But he's only been in camp for about a week. So that's a problem. The question mark is at the doggone quarterback position. They also lost Rashad Green. That's huge. But can Florida State stay in the top 10? When they play in the ACC, I don't know. Louisville is going to be pretty good. They aren't ranked right now, but they will be. Then you got Georgia Tech ranked 24th, and Clemson is ranked 12th. Florida State may have problems if Everett Golson is a turnover machine down in Tallahassee. Let's move on to number 9. We got number 9, the Georgia Bulldogs. That's a problem, bruh. Georgia was 10-3 last year. And let's say it with me. You're going to hear this every week during there. Anytime I'm previewing a Georgia Bulldog game. Georgia is Mark Richt's Georgia. Mark Richt is going to win 10 games a year. He was 10-3 last year, but that done always has a team that has the ability to win in college football. He has the potential every year to be a national champ, finishing the top 5 at the minimum. But that does going to go out there and lose to somebody he shouldn't lose to. When you look at the schedule, they start the season off with Louisiana Monroe. I wouldn't be surprised if we go out there and lose that ball game, bro, because it's Georgia. Now, realistically, they should win that game. But then September 19th, South Carolina comes in. They could lose that ball game and be dull. So don't put your money on Georgia. Take Georgia out the top 10. They shouldn't be there. They dull every year. They going to win 10 ball games this year, but don't put them in the top 10. Now, let's move on to number 8. We got USC, the University of Southern California Trojans, and old Dusty Sarkisian. I know y'all saw just a couple weeks ago. Sarkeesian shows up at the kickoff event drunk, and he say he mixed his liquor with his pills, with his prescriptions. Now, the Doug tried to say that the combination of the two caused him to curse everybody out. Now, I don't know what side effect profile he playing with, but I have never seen the side effect profile of a drug on TV or in a package insert or anything that say the side effect, if you mix this with alcohol, you're going to curse everybody out. That Doug should have been suspended for at least 2 games, 3 games. If that would have been one of his ball players, they'd have been kicked out. It would have kicked him off the team, kicked him out of school, etc. So Steve Sarkeesian, being Doug, shouldn't even be in the top 10. They got him at number 8. And you got to think about this. If that doesn't win at least 11 ball games this year, they going to run him out of town and his pills and his doggone liquor. He out there playing with the old Mad Dog 2020. Think about this. The Pac-12 is loaded this year, bruh. He's got number 7 Oregon, number 13 UCLA, number 15 Arizona State, number 21 Stanford, number 22 Arizona, all on the schedule. Bruh, you can't be out here drinking and driving and drinking and popping pills thinking that you're going to go through this schedule and be in the top 8. Not going to happen, bruh. Take USC out of there because the Doug running the joint is unstable. Now, let's move on to the next cat. We got the Oregon Ducks at number 7. Now, Oregon Ducks come off a national championship loss to Ohio State. They ended 13-2. They lose Marcus Mariota. Now they got this monster coming in from Eastern Washington, Vernon Adams, who is the real deal, or was the real deal at Eastern Washington. But we'll see what he'll be able to do week after week in the Pac-12, because he came in there and beat the brakes off of Washington last year, put up 7 touchdowns on them boys, 400 and some yards. But I'm going to tell you like this. You got to play week in and week out because it's Oregon and they play fast, put crazy points on the board. I'm not worried about Vernon Adams right now. So I think Oregon is a legit number 7. They can legitimately be ranked a little higher than that simply because of all the things around Vernon Adams, and he's not a rookie coming in the building. Now, we got number 6, Auburn. Here's the problem, bruh. Auburn last year was 8-5. All of a sudden now, you got a brand new quarterback, Jeremy Johnson, 6'5". He's a stud. But they were 8-5 last year. They got a new quarterback. Now all of a sudden you got them ranked at number 6, bruh. Come on. I mean, and then Sports Illustrated got these boys ranked at number 2. Tell me what they're seeing that I'm not seeing, because I just got to see a little bit more than that. Now, everybody's talking about how Auburn may upset Alabama, etc. in the Iron Bowl. We're going to wait and see. We're going to leave that out there. We're going to wait and see. Let's move on to number 5. We got the Michigan State Spartans. They finished at 11-2 last year. The reason that they ranked so high is because of the returning quarterback, Connor Cook. Connor Cook is a Heisman Trophy candidate right now. This boy can sling the ball all over the field. So I can give Michigan State props. I don't know if they're the 5th best team in America, but Connor Cook stabilizes the situation because, like I said before, if you got quarterback play, you can play in this league. Now, let's move on. Let's go back to number 4. We got Baylor. Big 12 co-champs last year. Finished 11-2. Brand new quarterback. Bryce Petty's gone. Laquan McGowan. We don't know who this guy is. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he can do. So why do we have Baylor ranked so high? I mean, I get it. Baylor's going to run into problems this year because Texas is going to be back. Oklahoma's going to be back. Listen to what I'm saying to you, bruh. It's not going to be an easy road. And Laquan McGowan, there's a guy that we don't know anything about. Is he going to be the real deal like Bryce Petty? I don't think so, bruh. Let's move on to the next one. Now, we got Alabama ranked at number 3. Alabama finished as a defending SEC champs, 12-2, lost in the Sugar Bowl to Ohio State. They lost all kind of boys on offense. TJ Yeldon, Amari Cooper, DeAndrew White. You lost all kind of cats on offense. Blake Sims. You got to break in a whole new quarterback. We have no idea who the quarterback's going to be right now. They lost Trey DePriest on defense, a big-time linebacker. They lost a lot of things, but one thing they still have in place is Nick Saban. So leave Alabama right where they are. I think they the number 3 or 4 team in America. These boys got them ranked at number 3. That's fine with me. TCU comes in the building at number 2. Now, Trayvon Boykin is the real deal. Co-defending champs of the Big 12 last year. They only lost 1 ball game. They was dull when they went down to Waco last year. Let's see if they can keep it real. But once again, they're going to run into problems. It's not going to be as easy as boys think it's going to be because the other guys are going to show back up. You got Texas is coming back. Oklahoma's coming back. And we'll see what Baylor does. But right now, TCU with Trayvon Boykin is the real deal. Now, number 1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Urban Meyer got these boys rolling. Hey, everybody stop the presses. Hey, stop with this foolishness talking about everybody's worried about Ohio State because they got boys suspended for the first game of the season. You got Cash hurt. Hey, they going down to Blacksburg this weekend. Now, let me say this. Last year, when Virginia Tech came into Ohio State and beat these boys, J.T. Barrett was drinking Similac and wet behind the ears. Because you got to remember, Braxton Miller got hurt in training camp. This Dunn didn't know where to look, what was going on. Offensive line was young, etc. Once he got rolling, Ohio State plowed through these boys, took down the stretch, and then Cordell Jones took over after Barrett got hurt. It does not matter who's the quarterback at Ohio State right now, whether it's J.T. Barrett or Cordell Jones. They're going to beat the brakes off everybody. And stop trying to tell me that the Ohio State is playing with this SEC mentality, etc. Because Urban Meyer brought the SEC to the Big Ten. No, he didn't. Urban Meyer brought Urban Meyer to Ohio State. That's what the difference is. Because Urban Meyer was at Bowling Green, won there, went to Utah, won there, went to Florida, won there, came to Ohio State, he's going to win there. And it don't have nothing to do with the SEC. It got to do with the boys he got in Columbus that's going to beat the brakes off everybody. And I'm picking these boys to repeat again because it's going to be hard to beat them with all those cats coming back. You got Zeke Elliott running crazy. You got all, and look, Braxton Miller just moved over to wide receiver. So why are we even worried about the guys missing at wide receiver when you got Braxton Miller who is a threat all over the field? Stop it. The Ohio State Buckeye. Hey, I need you to tune in on Thursday. We doing the top 5 ball games of the week, and I'm going to act the fool for you. We going to have a good time. Welcome to the college football season. It's your man, Jay Graves Report from TheJayGravesReport.com. And you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport so you can holler at your boy.